Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at MJHQ with resident supplement specialist, Boss Josh.
That's me.
We have yet another in our installment of Basic Breakdowns on the yet to be released in the Australian marketplace, Arms Race Nutrition. This episode on their highly anticipated pre-workout formula. It's called Harness, Bosh. Let's get straight into it, man.
All right. So in Harness, we have 40 scoops.
Yep.
And the serving size is an optional. You either go for a half serve in a single scoop, or you go for a full serve in a 2-scoop serve, which therefore makes 20 full 2-scoop serves.
Pretty typical of what we're seeing with complete pre-workouts these days. You know,
Yep.
you go back a couple of years ago, it was your pretty standard 30 serve.
1 scoop.
1 scoop, 30 serves per tub. Now we're seeing manufacturers, brands kick-ass formulas together and go the 40 scoops or 2 scoops per full dose, 20 serves.
Yep.
So you kind of sit somewhere between, I mean, if you're taking the full 2-scoop dose, which I'm assuming you're probably going to talk about.
Absolutely.
You're going to get 20 serves out of a tub. If you're taking 1 scoop, you're going to get 40. If you split the difference and you're doing 1.5 scoops, which is generally what I tend to do with most of these formulas, but we'll discover that in a second, you're going to get 30 serves out of it.
Yeah. So a 2-scoop serve, you're looking at 14.4 grams in total.
Big.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 active ingredients, and of course some fillers, flavors, no colors. We'll get to that. But starting from the top, we have L-Citrulline in 5,000 milligrams, and of course, just a reminder, we're doing the 2-scoop serve.
2-scoop serve. So this is above clinical dose with L-Citrulline.
5,000 milligrams, which is delightful. We then have beta-alanine, 3.2 grams, or 3,200 milligrams.
Bang on clinical dose.
Right on the money. We then have L-Tyrosine, 1,000 milligrams.
Also,
sure, you're very
I'd
happy.
probably go above clinical dose. L-Tyrosine usually 500 to 750.
750, exactly.
So I'd say probably above clinical dose with the L-Tyrosine.
We then have Vinitrox, whatever you want to call it, which we have seen in their pump formula.
In the daily pump.
Yes, which is their grape and apple extract, yielding your polyphenols, which is going to help with the vasodilation, increased blood flow, which has obviously an effect on your muscular pumps, but mainly also an effect on your endurance and your time to exhaustion and things like that. So we have that in what has been deemed the clinical dose of 500 milligrams in the 2-scoop serve. Then we move on to your energy, your focus, and all those other ingredients. Starting with caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams.
A little bit too much for me, man. A little bit too much. I tap out at 300.
Let's be real. Everyone at home just went,
350?
350, Joe's out already.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's a pretty spicy meatball. But like we talked about, 2-scoop serving size, you can customize it down to 1, 1.5, 1 2/3, whatever you want to get to. You can do that sort of stuff. So 350 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous in the 2-scoop serve.
And there is also another form of caffeine. So maybe just jump ahead to that as
one.
well. Yeah.
Yep. So we have and I'm thinking Zoom XR, Zum XR.
I'm going to go Zoom.
Zoom,
Sounds
ZUM XR, branded, trademarked caffeine, which is essentially it's just a different form of caffeine. This particular version, I'm making the assumption because this company does actually make a couple of different forms of caffeine in that sort of. I'm going to go with XR standing for extended release.
I was going to say, is it like a slow release?
Yeah,
caffeine?
it's an extended release caffeine. You're looking at about 4 to 5 hour time to utilize the body to metabolize all the effects of the caffeine. So,
how much caffeine does that Zoom XR yield? Do we know?
As far as I'm aware, it's actually close to 100%.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So we've actually got 425 milligrams of caffeine.
It didn't actually. I couldn't find it in my quick little Google. I couldn't find it. So you got 75 milligrams of the Zoom XR caffeine on top of the 350 caffeine anhydrous and the 2-scoop serve. So we're talking about like a real spicy meatball.
Very spicy meatball.
Jumping back up to our focus elements, we have your acetylcholine, which is your CDP choline. We have 250 milligrams in a dose and 2 scoops there, which is a nice healthy dose.
Good size.
Yeah. Jumping to the bottom, we're going to mix it around. We're going to go hyperzine A, or your hoopazine A, or your hooper, whatever extract you want to refer to it as. But your hyperzine A, we have 20 milligrams of the extract yielding 1% of your actual active huperzine, hyperzine
So
A.
200 micrograms
Yep.
of huperzine A.
Which
it's a decent dose.
Yeah.
I tend to me personally, what I find is that the bigger doses of huperzine A, when combined with acetylcholine or any type of choline, tends to work better for me.
Yeah.
So I like to see that up around 500 micrograms.
Yep.
But 200 micrograms, not bad.
Still good.
Not bad.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have your Elevate-ATP, which is your ancient peat and apple extract, which always sounds fancy. And we have that in a full clinical 150 milligram dose in the 2-scoop serving size. And your Elevate-ATP has been shown to increase ATP blood levels within 30 to 60 minutes of actually taking a single serve, which is going to help with your power.
If we look at the 5 effects that we tend to look for in pre-workouts, energy, number 1.
Yep.
We got a fuck ton of energy in this harness, especially in the 2-scoop serve. So a big tick for that. Probably too many ticks, to be honest.
The tick's
for
too
me,
big.
for me personally, too much salts.
Yeah.
We then have mental focus.
Yep.
Which with the combination, tyrosine is more of like a mood elevator, but kind of gets thrown into there anyway.
It can get grouped into it.
You got the tyrosine elevating the mood. You've got the acetylcholine for actually a precursor to phosphatidylcholine, which is a precursor to acetylcholine. So that's going to help with mental focus. And then you've got the huperzine A, which actually stops the breakdown of excess acetylcholine.
Yep.
So those 3 ingredients together are going to elevate mood, increase mental focus. You get a big tick there as well.
Yeah,
and the dosages
absolutely.
are quite nice.
Yep.
You then look at muscle pumps as a third effect. Massive dose of citrulline combined with the Vinatrox, very good muscle pump formula. You then look at muscular endurance. You've got a full clinical dose of beta-alanine. And then you look at muscle power. You've got a big dose of Elevate-ATP.
Yeah.
So if you look at the landscape of what we tend to look for in pre-workout formulas, you tick every single box.
Yeah.
Across the board.
And nothing's been skimmed over, nothing's been underdosed, everything's been addressed appropriately. Like we talked with the energy, that's definitely customizable. But yeah. And
Not
then,
a bad formula on paper.
Natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, malic acid, no colors, sucralose is the sweetener. Pretty typical for arms race.
And in terms of the flavors, I was going to say 3 flavors, but literally just this morning they said that they're about to drop a 4th.
Yeah.
So we'll throw that one in here as well. Pineapple mango, lemon rush, tart candy strings, and the one they dropped this morning is the bombsicle flavor.
Yeah, cool.
Which is probably going to be like a lemonade freedom type flavor.
Icy pulse sort of thing.
So decent flavor range as well. In terms of what we're looking at in the Australian market, it's going to be up there with premium pre-workouts. Not 100% sure until it lands, but it's going to be $70 to $80 type mark. And it deserves to be, because it ticks every single box that we look for in pre-workouts very well, with double ticks in a bunch of those boxes as well.
And especially the fact that you don't need to do the 2-scoop. Like
Well,
I don't,
this is this is both it's both a blessing and a curse at the same time, because I can tell you straight up, the 2-scoop serve is going to be too much sauce for me. It's going to make me feel shit. With that much caffeine. So I'm gonna need to take it down. I probably won't go 1.5 scoops. I'll probably go like 1 in, I don't know, 1.6, 1.7 scoops.
Okay.
I would say. So 1 and 1 and 2/3 scoops, I would say. So then I'm interested to know, okay, well, because then you start doing that, you're actually below clinical dose with beta-alanine, your citrulline's still good, you start with the mental focus blend, start getting below clinical doses. So I'm gonna be interested to see how it performs
where the sweet spot is.
In like a 1 and 2/3 scoop, because I can tell you straight up, for me personally, the 2 scoops is gonna be too much sauce. So, but I'm excited for it.
It looks good.
Looks very good. Ticks all. I love it when we see pre-workout formulas that tick all the boxes, man. Boss Josh,
man.
do you have anything else you'd like to add? Before I tell the viewers that Arms Race Nutrition should be here late August, early September 2019, so keep a lookout for it. Probably going to drop a raw review on this harness as well. So keep your eyes peeled on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. But until then, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss everything that's going on, man. Basic breakdowns, raw reviews, sup wars, weekly words, all of the deliciousness on the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until next time, where we coming to and from, Bosch.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.